Hello, this is Zamanzadeh from ZZNetworking.com. In order to see better, press the icon you see on the bottom of your screen. In today's lesson, we're going to cover a few topics. One of them is joining several tables, and the other one is joining a table to itself. In previous tutorials, you did join several tables together, so why don't you try the following problem. See if you can get this on your own, and then I will solve it for you. So pause the video, try the following, and then I will give you the answer. Well, now that you've unpaused your video, let's take a look at the answer to this question. Here's the following code that answers the following question. We're supposed to display the rep number, the first name, the last name, and the customer name for all customers who purchased a stapler set. Well, since the rep number appears in both the rep table and the customer table, we qualify it by saying rep.repnum, meaning we want the rep number from the rep table. We also have the first name and last name from the rep table, and then the customer name from the customer table. Now the problem is, we want to find customers who purchased a stapler set, and the only way we can get this information is by going to the description column in the part table. Now, since the rep table joins to the customer table using repnum, and the customer table joins to the orders table using customer num, and the orders table joins to the order line table using order num, and the order line table joins to the part table using part num, we basically have to go through all 5 of our tables in our database. So down here in the from clause, you list all 5 tables, and then below that in the where clause, you use the simple joining technique. We say where rep.repnum equals customer.repnum, and customer.customernum equals orders.customernum, and orders.ordernum equals orderline.ordernum, and orderline.partnum equals part.partnum, and finally we say and description equals stapler set. Now remember, when you put in single quotes, you have to put the value exactly the way it appears in that table. So we're going to go ahead and select this code, hit Control Enter, and we get the answer that rep number 15, Pete Smith, represents 2 customers who purchased a stapler set, Johnson's Hardware in the first row, and Adam Auto Store in the second row. Now let's go on to joining a table to itself. There are going to be some situations where you're going to need to join a table to itself. In the following problem, I'll give you an example. The following problem says, for each pair of customers located in the same city, display the customer number, customer name, and city. Now, in this problem, since we want each pair of customers, and the customer number, name, and city are all in the customer table, we have to treat the customer table as if it were 2 tables. Let's go ahead and select all from the table so you can see what I mean. We'll select asterisk from customer. We see that customer number, customer name are the first 2 columns, and city is the 4th column. Now, since we want all our information to come from this table, and we want to group the information by customer number and customer name, we want pairs of customers that live in the same city, that's why we have to treat this as 2 separate tables. In order to do this, is very simple. We simply use a table alias. For the top of the code, we say select f.customernum. F symbolizes the first customer table. f.customername. s.customernum. That's the second customer table. s.customername and f.city. From customer space f, we qualify f as being our alias for our first customer table, comma customer s, which qualifies our second customer table's s. So that's why in the select clause we have f.customernum and s.customernum and so on and so forth. Finally, we get to the where clause, and we have to join our 2 customer tables together. So we say where f.city equals s.city, since that's going to be the common point of this table. Now the second line, the fourth line underneath this is very important. We cannot forget this. It says, and f.customerNum is less than s.customerNum. If you do not put this line in, you will get repeating values which will be displayed shortly after this code. Finally, we want to order our output by f.customerNum and s.customerNum. Now let's go ahead and run this code and see the results. Here we see that we have one row returned. We have customer num 705, customer name Pure Depot, customer num 795, customer name Bike Rental. Both live in San Francisco. So these two customers, the Bike Rental and Pure Depot, both have the city San Francisco. Now what's going to happen if we were to remove this clause, and f.customerNum is less than s.customerNum? Let's go ahead and just remove that and run the same code. We run this, and we get many more rows. In fact, more than 10 rows are available, but just for simplicity, let's look at this. We get customer number 100 Johnson's Hardware Store in the first and second on the first row mentioned twice. And the reason why is because here we're saying the city of Johnson's Hardware Store equals to the city of Johnson's Hardware Store. So instead of getting two pairs of customers living in the same city, we actually get the same customer that lives in the same city. We see in the second row, Adam Auto Store lives in the same city as Adam Auto Store, and their city is Reno. So the reason why you have to put that f.customerNum is less than s.customerNum is otherwise you're going to get duplicate values. As you can see in the table below, it mentions each of our customers twice, as opposed to just telling us which two groups of customers live in the same city. For instance, if we skip down to where I'm highlighting, you'll see that Pure Depot lives in the same city as Pure Depot, and then on the next line, Pure Depot lives in the same city as the Bike Rental. Both are San Francisco. This is why we need this one statement. So let's go ahead and add that back, and you'll see now that we've added this back, we only get Pure Depot and Bike Rental because those are two different businesses that both live in the same city, San Francisco. I hope this has been helpful for you. There's not a lot of times where you're going to need to join a table to itself, but this is generally how you do it. You select the customer, you select the columns you want. Use usually F and S for your first and second table. You then go ahead and qualify in the from clause. Whatever you're trying to find, in this case we want customers who live in the same city. We set our first customer table city equal to our second customer table city. And always remember this clause down here where we set our first value, in this case customer num, is less than our second value of customer num to avoid duplicate values. Then go ahead and order by. I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you.